What if some news stories aren't random, but symbolic messages? Philosopher Manly P. Hall explained that secret societies often communicate through symbols, stories, architecture, numbers, movies, even newspapers. Because symbols can travel across the world without saying anything directly. Now look at this strange Florida story. A 33-year-old man named Ricky James Hollowell was found in Fort Myers, Florida. He was sunburned, disoriented, barefoot, wearing swim trunks, soaking wet, and drawing blueprints in the sand. The location is important. The story points directly to Sanibel Causeway, which connects Fort Myers to Sanibel Island. But the causeway isn't just one bridge. It's three bridges with two islands in between, stretching about 3 miles across the water. So right there, you already have a three-stage crossing. According to the report, Ricky said he had been taken by a pod of dolphins 3 days earlier. He claimed they escorted him to a site about 40 feet below the surface, where an underwater construction project was happening. He said they were building structures, condos, a town square, and a recreation center, and the project was already in phase 2. But the most interesting part is the foreman. Ricky said the dolphins communicated through a series of clicks. He eventually learned to interpret, and the foreman of the whole project was a dolphin named Gerald. Ricky said Gerald handled that. I didn't ask any questions. You don't question Gerald. The name Gerald actually means rule of the spear, which is interesting because the ruler of the sea in mythology, King Triton, carries a 3-pronged spear called a trident. Now look at the numbers repeating throughout the story. Ricky is 33 years old. He was underwater for 3 days. The causeway has 3 bridges, and the sea ruler carries a 3-point trident. That's a very strong 3 pattern. In systems like gematria and numerology, words can also be translated into numbers. For example, the word dolphins equals 97, which reduces to 7. 7 is often associated with gateways, crossings, and thresholds. And interestingly, Sanibel Causeway also reduces to 7. Now look at the other numbers in the story. The deputy mentioned is Sean Oakley. It says he had been a deputy for 11 years. In numerology, 11 and 33 are considered master numbers. Numbers tied to hidden knowledge, signals, and higher level of awareness. Even Ricky's last name stands out, Hollowell. Look at the ending, LL, LL. Those double L's look like 2 pillars. And in ancient symbolism, 2 pillars represent the entrance to a gateway or a portal. The story also appeared on Monday, March 2nd, 2026, written as 3226. Monday is literally Moon Day, connected to tides in the ocean. And if you add the numbers together, 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6 equals 13. Now, 13 is a very interesting number. In modern society, it's often treated like a forbidden or an unlucky number. Many buildings skip the 13th floor. Airlines avoid the row 13, and the number itself is often hidden or removed. But in esoteric tradition, 13 actually represents the transformation and hidden level beyond the visible structure. Now combine that with language used in the story. Build, structures, zoning, condos, town square, recreation center, phase 2. That doesn't sound like chaos. That sounds like a planned project. So here's the theory. What if this strange story isn't meant to be taken literally? What if it's a symbolic communication, possibly even Freemasonic, using numbers, names, and locations to send a message about a gateway location in a project already in phase 2? maybe even hinting at a portal or a Stargate discovery. So the real question is, was this just a bizarre Florida story or a symbolic message hidden in plain sight? Coincidence or possibly a code?
I walked on shadows in the pouring rain. Every step a question,